would like to thank, I think it's Into Guns, I-N-T-O Guns, I-N-T-O Guns, I think there's a 1 after that, Into Guns 1. You can look, I think he's one of my subscribers. I posted something the other day about being scared of the name Rust-Oleum with auto paint, and he wrote back and said, take it back, don't use it. He used it on his bug and it caused problems with the paint. So Sam, self-etching primer, $4.42, $17 and change. Difference in height, I'm sure there's, what do we got? 12 ounces versus 15.5 ounces. I bought it at an auto body store and they jacked the price up on me. They're twice as much on PPG Deltron as where I get my PPG Deltron. They want $450 a gallon, and I bought mine for $211. So consider the source. This is probably $8 or $9, maybe $10 some places. I get charged $17 here in town, but by the time you add up all the fuel and everything to go searching for the best price, you just pay it. Take it in the ass. So, sitting here staring at the car, trying to figure out how to get it up onto my rotisserie over there. And I've got a couple ideas. The engine hoist is going to come into play, but I'm thinking what I might do is put a brace in back here, tie one of the, let's see, I've got an engine balancer there. So this is almost the center point of the car in terms of its mass. So if I come back a little bit, the nose should dip down. So I'm thinking I'll go across here and hook one of the balancer deals up to that, around it, and then somewhere up in front here I've got my braces in there still, so I could put another brace long way across here and wrap the other side of the balancer around it and then pick it up and use that to balance it out. I could also use the radio hole there, I guess. I don't know. I don't really want to do that. I don't want to lift anywhere that's sheet metal. I'd rather lift to a brace like that or a big beefy deal like that. So what I figured out, the car is 13 feet long. So the engine hoist, when it is all folded down, is about 6.5 feet. The car is about 5.5 feet wide. So I'm going to park the car as close as I can get it to that wall there. I'm going to clear all this junk out, put it outside. I'll back up, maybe. Jeez Louise, gotta get all the way across the garage. So I'll put the car way over there, lift it up with the hoist, and I'll have to move this stuff and I'll have to move my bike. And I need 13 feet of clearance from there to there, and then I'll take the body, lift it up, and then roll it this way with the hoist. So I gotta have 12 foot clear, with the chassis there, I gotta have 14 foot from the wall. So that puts me somewhere in here. I'll have to roll the engine hoist all the way over to here, get the chassis out of the way, set up the rotisserie, roll back in, roll back in after the chassis goes out, stick the rotisserie underneath the engine hoist, flat. The engine hoist has 4.5 inches clear to the frame. My rotisserie, the bottom is just under 3 inches tall. So I'll be able to stick it in under the hoist and then tilt it up. So it'll go in flat, tilt up, I'll put the legs on it, drop the body down onto it with the hoist, so just be able to lower it real nice onto there. And once I get it on, then I take it off the hoist, fold the hoist legs up, and get it up over the rotisserie, and I think I'm home free. So I don't know. I was thinking about doing it tonight. My wife just left for half an hour, but I don't know if I can get this all done in half an hour. If I could, I would do it. So I may get the car in position and see where I'm at, and maybe just have her leave the car outside tonight. We'll see. Because I don't think it'll take me too long to get it up onto the rotisserie, but I am by myself, so that always causes complications, and I can't ask my wife to help me because she won't. Not because she's incapable, she's somewhat unwilling, I think. So anyway, I'll get the car moving around the garage and see where I get. Hopefully that'll work. Can't try anything tonight. Got the car back. So there we go. Looks like I got a little centering to do and we'll be ready to lift. Okay, just to show a setup here, I've got a bolted together angle here picked up behind the convertible supports there. I'll try and get my shadow out of the way. So it's picked up underneath that on both sides. Got a chain wrapped around there. Chain goes through this big square tube to keep it nice and stiff. And then I took it, oh man, you can't hardly see here. There's two access holes, one here, one here. I think this is for the steering box, and then that's for a right-handed steering box. And then I came up in a V to this end, so just made sure everything's centered. You can see it's centered over the radio hole. Then I got the balancer here, and that appears to be about the center of gravity. So it's just forward of the doors, and looks like it's going to pick right up. So that's exciting. Should be able to pick it up, scoot the hoist across the room there with the car body on it, get the chassis out of the way, and scoot the hoist back and put my rotisserie together underneath it, hopefully lower it down and control it and put it right on to that. I am going to take some precautions with jack stands and some other things just to make sure if I'm under there putting the rotisserie together, I don't kill myself. So I do have a couple clamps on my chain so that they can't slip. So I don't know that it'll prevent death, but it might prevent injury.